Hello friends, Manyepa here, and I'm about to look at this paper, Science Paper 2 for the year 2018. For the love of science, we do these things. I'll do section A, then in other videos I'll follow up and do the other sections. Question 1. Answer all questions use the answer grid here. We will just answer them just here. The answer grid is here, but we'll not use it. So question 1, which of the following branches of chemistry involves the study of the chemical nature of living matter? Biochemistry. Question 2, the diagram below shows the chromatogram of a dye. Question 2 right there, a diagram below shows the chromatogram of a dye. As I said, what is the RF value for the dye? Therefore, the retention factor. Retention factor is found by dividing the distance of the solute from the original point divided by the distance of the solvent front. Okay, so it will be 20 over 30. Note that it's never more than 1, it's never greater than 1, because the solute cannot go beyond the solvent because it has to dissolve in the solvent first. So the retention factor helps us determine how soluble a substance is. The greater the retention factor, the more closer it is to 1, the more soluble a substance is. The smaller the retention factor, the less soluble. So all of these are wrong. The answer here is this one here. I found it by this equation here. So number 3, a compound X and Y are both miscible and soluble in water. Compound X boils at 90 and compound Y at 110. What is the best what is the best method that can be used to separate them? That's fractional distillation. The next question there is for the boiling points of some elements are given below. The mixture of the above gases at negative 200 degrees Celsius is allowed to warm up gradually by 16 degrees Celsius. Which of the 3 gases will be in a liquid state with the change in temperature? So if it warms up by 16 degrees, it means it's getting towards 0, because when temperature is in the negatives, if you say it's increasing, then it's actually going towards 0. So you have to subtract, you have to add. Okay, so here the answer is going to be C, oxygen. You take note of this. When you add this to 200 to be negative 184, so the only gas that is going to be in liquid form will be oxygen. Let me see again. Let me look at this. Okay, we're correct. The answer is C. Number 5, how many elements and atoms are there in a molecule of ammonium phosphate? Ammonium phosphate. My answer is D. The elements are 4. There's oxygen, phosphorus, hydrogen, and nitrogen. Then the atoms are 20. These are 4 oxygen, 1 phosphorus, 4 times 3, that's 12 hydrogen and 3 nitrogen. Now question 6, table below lists the data obtained in a titration experiment. Which reading on the table should not be included to compute the average volume of the acid used in the titration? You look at the one which is completely different from the others, especially when rounded off. When you round off all of those, they'll give you 3 except for this one. When rounded off, it will give you 22. So the answer is A. It has deviated away from where the other readings are. 7, element X has 2 natural isotopes. Okay, 2 natural isotopes. The isotope with the relative mass number of 10 has a relative abundance of 20, while the other isotope with the mass number of 11 has a relative abundance of 80%. Find the mass number of element X. You find the average atomic mass. Since there are 2 isotopes, you simply create these 2 spaces here. Mass of one isotope, its percentage, plus mass of the other isotope times its percentage. And then if there are 3, you could have said plus mass of the next isotope and its percentage. So you simply create this, then divide both over 100. Though I didn't have much space, so I just put this /100 here for both. So I plug in the mass percentage over 100. When you multiply this and multiply that, they give you this and this, then over 100. Then finally my answer is 10.8, which is D for us here. D. Question 8. Aqua silver nitrate reacts with aqua sodium chloride according to the equation below. Which one of the following statements about the above equation is not true? Okay, so my answer there is B. Let me just analyze because I had not yet circled this. I don't know how I skipped this question. So answer number 1 is 1 mole of silver nitrate produces 1 mole of silver chloride. That's correct. 1 mole, 1 mole, 1 mole, 1 mole. Negative enthalpy means the reaction is exothermic. Total energy of products is greater than that of the reactants. No, that is why the reaction had to release energy to the environment. This shows that the resulting products have less energy because some of it has been released. Not negative enthalpy change signifies an exothermic reaction. So my answer there is B. Okay, it's the one which is not correct. Question 9. Conditions under which zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce zinc chloride and hydrogen gas can be changed to alter the rate of a chemical reaction. There's zinc and there's HCl. Which of the following conditions will not alter the rate of a chemical reaction? Pressure. Pressure only affects gaseous species, but zinc is solid and HCl is a liquid, so pressure is our answer there. B. A student adds 4 drops each of the universal indicator to 2 test tubes containing unknown solutions. The solution in test tube 1 turns violet, which is purple if you like, while the solution in test tube 2 turns green. What are the 2 solutions likely to be? From my knowledge here, my answer is potassium hydroxide, and test tube 2 is sodium chloride. Universal indicator turns purple in alkaline solutions. It turns green in neutral solutions. Sodium chloride is neutral. And it turns yellow in acidic solutions. Number 11 there, study the diagram below, study the reaction scheme below. For solution R, add ammonium, white precipitate, add more ammonium, precipitate dissolves. So it's the same solution R, add sodium hydroxide, precipitate is formed, which is white, add excess, precipitate dissolves. This comes from your topic of qualitative analysis, identity test of cations and anions. Therefore here, my answer comes out as zinc. Zinc is the one that would behave like this if it was to be tested with using these 2 reagents of sodium hydroxide and ammonia. Question 12. Halides are used to make a number of useful substances, some of which are pollutants. Which of the following substances are not pollutants? CFCs, it's a master pollutant. Toothpastes have got what we call microbeads. They're not completely soluble. Okay, so accumulation of these, whether in water or on land, can cause pollution. Pesticides can also cause pollutions if they are overused. Drugs can equally cause pollution if their disposal is not properly done. So here I will stack people. I don't know what the answer is. You can help me. Question 13. What result is obtained when excess aqueous ammonia is added to a solution containing copper 2 ions? My answer here is B. A blue beautiful solution. A blue solution is formed. Answer there is D. Question 14. Which of the following is a use of a metal due to its malleability? To be malleable means to be capable of being hammered into sheets. Okay, to be ductile means to be capable of being pulled into wires. So my answer there is B. Making of metal sheets. Okay, so 15. Which of the following are pollutants? Which of the following air pollutants is responsible for brain damage? Oxides of lead. Okay, lead causes nerve damage. Okay, so it's the same as brain damage. C. 16. Which one of the following is a correct definition of allotropes? They are different forms of an element existing in the same physical state. An example that I would give for this one is diamond and graphite. Diamond, graphite, and amorphous carbon. The answer there is A. Question 17. The diagrams below show different ways in which learners wanted to collect carbon dioxide during an experiment. This is the way you collect carbon dioxide. It's denser than air, but you don't have to deliver it from the top here. It may just flow a little bit out, so you deliver it here. Not like this, not like that. B. 18, the diagram below shows part of a structure of a polymer. Which of the following is the monomer? You look at the polymer, look at the pattern. I'll start from here. This is C2, then C, then C, then again the third C here has a C2, meaning the polymer is made of 1, 2, 3. That's the monomer. That's our monomer. So from these answers here, I was almost circling this. Then I realize this C has a 2 there. So my answer here comes out like this. This is the C2 which is on top there. And these two C's are the ones in the chain here. Okay, this C2 up here is actually this C2 here, C25, C2H5. The answer here is C. Coming to our last two questions here for this section. Crude oil is separated into fractions with different boiling points by fractional distillation. In which one of the following are the fractions arranged in the correct order of increasing boiling points? Therefore, it's petrol, paraffin, diesel, then bitumen. Okay, A. Number 20. Which pair of organic compounds would be used to prepare the ester methyl ethanoate? Remember that in the name of the ester, the one which is given first is for the alcohol, then the last one is the acid. So meth, this alcohol had 2 carbons. Eth, this acid had this one had 1 carbon, this one has 2 carbon, or has 2 carbons, this carboxylic acid. So the name has the alcohol first, then the acid later. So it's like when you're told to drink between acid and alcohol, which one would you prefer? I think I would go for alcohol because it didn't really cause a severe damage to me. Therefore, the answer here is methanol and ethanoic acid. So methyl ethanoate. D is the answer. We'll check out section B in the next video. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe and share these videos. Thank you and bye-bye.